look what we're making today. It's a collage, but it's also a Matisse reminiscent painting. The first thing that we will do today is the background. And I don't know if you can see, but in this collage there's a hidden little animal that we're also going to try to see if we have time to add. Okay, let's get started. Today's work is collage, it's abstract, and it's going to be simple and lots of fun. Okay, we have managers, so you won't even have to get out of your seat. And I've got to tell you, it is cold here in my studio today, but those are the best days, especially rainy days, to make an arrangement that is totally unique and totally your own. And I'm just going to show you how to do that today. And this can really be about anything. It doesn't have to actually be about a face, but it could be about a football, or it could be about a football team that you like, or it could be just a flower, anything that you like, but it's yours. And that's where the fun comes in. Okay, so today we're going to give you some glue. The managers are going to bring you everything. You don't even have to get out of your seat today. And you will have paper, you will make an arrangement. You may use anything that represents you or words that you like that express a feeling for you. And you'll just lightly glue it. You really don't have to use a lot because the watercolor is coming next. And put your name and teacher on there too, please. Okay, so hopefully you've got your warm-up all done and we're ready to move on to this. And the next part, after you get your paper down, will be the managers bringing you watercolor, and then the last part just lightly stamping in areas. And if you have time, you can add your warm-up to this. So let's get started. Hi guys, it's really cold at my house in my art studio today, and Woody and I are just hanging out, aren't we, Woody? And having fun making art and expressing our feelings, and every day is a different day, isn't it, Woody? Yes, it is. And that's the unique thing about art, is that you can come up with a new piece every single time, and it can represent all the different kinds of days you have. So let's look at this. Today, we're going to be looking at how artists make patterns. And I've chosen this piece for us because it is simple. And it's kind of fun, too. So today, when you look at this art, we're going to be looking at the simplest designs you can make. And thank you to Half Price Books, Woody, who donated some old books for us to go ahead and write on. And it's very interesting because some of the words come through, but because the paint is opaque, and opaque means you can't really see through it, any place you leave it white, or don't put color on it, the words will come through, and it's kind of an interesting effect. So let's get started. Okay, so we've got these books. And today you can take your Sharpie, and I've drawn a few things here, and just have some fun with it. You want to keep this very simple though. Simple, 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 because the thing about it is that you are going to be painting in between the lines, and the name of the game is don't go over the Sharpie when you paint it. So I would suggest that you just keep everything very, very simple and create a pattern of your own. I will have a couple of printouts for you if you would like to get some ideas about how other artists have done this, and so you can use their ideas and make them your own. I know for me, I love to look at all different kinds of examples of things because it's just kind of fun. And it's inspiring too. That's where artists get their inspiration. So remember, anywhere you put the paint, you're going to try not to go over your Sharpie line. Okay, so we've got paint managers, we've got Sharpie managers. you do not need to get out of your seat for anything today. And when it's time for us to quit, please say thank you to your manager and hand them, and it'll make your cleanup so much easier. Okay, let's get started. Hi class, today Woody and I are here in my art studio and in my home. It's a very cold weekend, isn't it? Yes it is. And Woody has been helping me with my artwork today. Haven't you, Woody? Anyway, this is my puppy, and a lot of artists have studio dogs, so when you grow up, that's something great to look forward to. Okay Woody, let's show them what we've been looking at. Today we are looking at doing a couple of owls. And these are called continuous lines. Look at that. And when you see a continuous line, what it means is that the artist did not lift their marker or whatever they were drawing with off the page. And we're going to be making these very, very simple owls today. And I'll show you how to do it. There's actually a video on here, but this is how it will look when we're finished. We're going to be using all kinds of great markers and some fun designs in this that are really going to make a beautiful art piece for you to take home. And if you want to frame it later too, it might be a great one. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that you're going to be doing is, as you can see in this picture, the little girl is drawing the eyes and just doing all kinds of just different, crazy, abstract, very loose lines. And she's coloring them in. You're going to coloring them in will be the last part. But first she took her Sharpie and she drew, and she did not pick up her Sharpie at all. And then came in with the marker afterwards. So let's go ahead and get started, and hopefully we're going to end up with all kinds of different pieces of artwork today. Look at this one. And I think it's going to be interesting, easy, and super fun. So let's go ahead and get started on these crazy owls. Girls and boys, we're looking at architecture and how to make some really beautiful art. Today, you're going to be using lines that are vertical and diagonal and horizontal to show buildings with your Sharpie. And when you are finished with that, you're going to be doing circles that are going to be spirals that overlap and go underneath to make a beautiful piece. Notice how we're not going to class, today we're going to be looking at warm and cool colors and how you can create this beautiful painting. We're going to first draw around your hand, or ask somebody to draw around your hand, and then we are going to make circles around that are going to go, our lines are going to go completely through your hand. So let me show you how to do that, but before we get started, let's talk about warm and cool colors, and you need to make a choice. Do you want to use the warm colors for your hand, which would be red, orange, and yellow, or would you rather use the cool colors for your hand, which are purple, green, and blue? So as we get started, you can make those choices. And also, art is to express your feelings, and so you can express it making through line and through color about how you're feeling. Hello class, today we are going to use tints and shades to show you how to make things go from darker to lighter to get different effects in art. But first we are also going to talk about wavy lines and lines that can create movement in your painting. Notice how this artist took a dark marker and did a wavy line at the bottom, and then another wavy line on top, another one, and then another one, another one, another one, until they got up to the top of this picture. And each picture, each wavy line was filled with a completely different pattern. Notice how this was like an S shape. This one was like zeros or circles. These are like swags, or also like the swags that you see on Christmas trees, or around skirts or something like that, or also windows. But these are also U-shaped too. And notice how they put a little tiny boat at the top. But I wanted to ask you about the colors, because as you can see, their colors are changing, and they are gradually, which means little by little, going from dark to a little bit lighter as they go up. And I think that that makes it very interesting. But I also think that it's interesting that they took the drawing all the way off the page, and much of this picture is really about the water, and it's just a buildup of lines. So I'm going to show you how to make this very, very, very simple artwork today, and it may take a little time to put in the detail with your Sharpie. So take your time, and we can work on this next week if you don't get it finished. But don't worry, you won't even have to get out of your seat today, because we're going to bring you everything you need. All you need to do is sit down, stay seated, and we will bring it to you. And let's go ahead and get started.